Hey, Southern Belle, how you doing? Doing pretty good. Just taking a little bit of junk apart in my shed. Oh, that's good. I finally got your stickers out today. Got them in the mail, so I'm not sure how long it's taking for the mail right now, but you should get them eventually. Oh, cool. Just got to get my garbage can. Hey, Evie, how you doing? I think of the StreamYard working. Don't use it enough. Every time I go to set it up, I always manage to screw it up. Yeah, my other computer I had in here died there on Saturday, so it's not one thing, it's another. Just taking some miscellaneous junk apart. These are some receptacles. This is if I got one left, I haven't taken apart. Anyways, here we go. It's a power receptacle, so the male part plugs into here, and then there's a ring on it that holds it in place. They have little clips inside there, so I'm just drilling those clips out. I think they're aluminum. I'm not 100% sure. I guess actually they are aluminum. But if you look at them, oh, thanks, Southern Belle. If you look at them, they look more like they're stainless or something like that. So rather than to get into a hassle, it takes 2 seconds to pull them out. So then this nameplate part is stainless, I believe. So just going to get that guy off of there too. So have you taken any stuff in lately, Evie? I'm just wondering if the prices have gone up at all or not. Yeah, so that part's aluminum, but these rivets appear to be metal. But they're gone. Now they're gone. Yeah, I'm still piling it up too, so I got to get rid of it soon. Though the pile is getting to be a contentious thing. So, but you know, when it keeps coming your way, it's hard to resist, right? Yep, screws aren't brass. That little piece is aluminum. Let's have a look over here on the YouTube side of things. Hey, Bill, how you doing? WT Mike, how you doing, buddy? There's the connector body's held in there with a snap ring, so. Out she comes. Good quality snap ring, so that goes in the just in case box. Are you must be starting to plant or by now, Mike, or you've already planted? I would think so. Eh? This year is so mixed up and so backwards. Don't know if you're up or down. Every sticky piece of vegetation out here is blooming and shedding pollen, so the allergies have been just killing me for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Just in case box, that's right. So it's still pretty wet there, Mike? Pretty wet there, or did it dry out finally? I think you had quite a bit of rain there in that area. I got some dark beer tonight. I was at the beer store there. It looked interesting. It's Pacific Schwarzbach. It's made around here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's made up Prince George, north of me, somewhere up that way. It's not too bad. As far as craft beers go, I'm not a huge craft beer fan, but I drink it once in a while. This is one of those wiles. Still really wet. Yeah, we still got a ton of snow up high, actually. Get up where the sun can't get out, there's still 3-4 feet of snow, so. The danger is now if it gets really hot, if you get like, 80-degree weather, which theoretically you can in June, and then you get a rapid melt there, we'll have some flooding issues. Already had some, but it's going down, but like I say, there's still a ton of snow up there. So these little prongs are solid copper. So those go over in the miscellaneous copper bucket. Oh, that's actually starting to get heavy. So. Yeah, I don't think it has a silent mode, though. Another one. That's only a 12-volt drill, so that's 6 volts quieter than the other one. And a little bit of copper for the miscellaneous copper bucket. Got one more. I'll just take the body out. I'll spare the drill for later. Yeah, these are old. This is actually Bakelite, not plastic. So these things are a few years old. The newer ones, they're not even, they're all, the whole body, everything is plastic. The only metal part is the copper fingers that the receptacle fits onto. Yeah, I'm guessing these are from the 60s. These are made by Killark in St. Louis. Killark is still a brand name, but I have this feeling they're not in St. Louis anymore. Actually, this is made by Killark too. I'm trying to think what this was. I think it was I think it had a fixture or something on it originally. Radio, hey Carmack, buddy, how you doing? Hey, Sleeping Bear. Radioactive plastic. I'm not sure. I think everything's just about a little bit radioactive these days. Yeah, boy. There we go. First troll. Yeah, boy. There we go. Got rid of them. Yeah. Troll, but pretty creative handle though. So that's all cast aluminum. And some grade 8 bolts. I better just hang on to those. This is a explosion-proof switch cover. Yeah, this is all cast aluminum. Yeah, worst part might be somebody I know. So. Sure. Exactly how those come apart. All I know is it'll never go back together. Yeah, that was quite a name. I think you put a bit of thought into that one. Gotta grab a socket here. So I know that's not metric. This was definitely designed long before we even thought about the metric system over here. Those are cast aluminum. Yeah, you're right, Mike, I do. I haven't been going live very much, so. But yeah, I'll definitely have to do that. Yeah, that's very true. Very strange. That's exactly right. All else fails. Half inch. Then the torch. That's handy too. Have all your tools close by. Okay, so. Ooh. I could have sworn that was cast aluminum. Gave all the appearances of being cast aluminum, but it's actually cast iron. Well, that would explain why it was so heavy. Yeah, convert it to the liquid state. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, it really looks like aluminum, but I thought, it's too heavy for aluminum, but when you got something in your mind, you convince yourself that it's aluminum. But it wasn't. Just gotta find my metal bucket now. So that went from, I don't know, 70 cents a buck to zero. Easy come, easy go. Well, we'll have to see if we can recover from that disappointment. Hi, Bo. How you doing? A little bit of copper wire on here that's interesting. Just some miscellaneous junk, Mo. Some stuff I scrounged up from the dumpster at work. This will have to do. And I have to break the drill out again. I think this is a little aluminum. Sometimes they sneak in metal screws. Or metal nuts. These are some more lighting transformers. Just get the transformers prepped there. There's a bit of noise involved in taking those apart. Definitely have to beat those with a hammer at some stage of the game. Little capacitor. Hey, John, how you doing? And I'm just cooking up some scrap here, John. Must be late where you're at, John, or either that or really early. 8:30, 12, it's like 4:30 in the morning over there. You always have a great live stream, John. Really enjoy watching you cook those dishes up. My snap ring pliers away. Yeah, he's a great cook. Just gotta make sure these are copper. Oh, right on. I see, John. That's the night shift for sure. Yeah, I was bragging to everybody that I rarely got any of these transformers that have aluminum windings in them. So I took some apart on YouTube. Of course, every one I got was aluminum. So. Yeah, those guys are copper. Are you making breakfast for your wife there, John, when she gets home? Yeah, exactly, Mike. As soon as you open your mouth. And everybody looks at you. Oh, yeah, right. This is an old cap. I wonder if it's got any juice left. Nope. Totally dead. And you start assuming all those capacitors are dead until you find one that's charged. That's a heavy devil. Yeah, that one's copper through and through. Yeah, one that size probably got about 2 pounds of copper in it, so I don't know what number 2 is going for here right now, but I think it's around 2 something a pound, so it's $4 or $5 worth of copper in it. Hey, bottles. Just making noise in the shed, bottles, and having some beer. Actually, if you're not subscribed to Bottle Cap's channel, you should be. He takes some, lives in a really nice spot, lives in the same province as I do, but he lives right on the coast there on an island. So he takes some pretty spectacular videos of the ocean and everything. Texade Island there, I used to, years ago, I worked at a pulp mill right across the channel, strait, whatever you want to call it, from Texade Island. So we used to make the odd trip over to Texade Island for agricultural products, let's say. This is the wire out of a fluorescent fixture. Got a bunch of fixtures laying there, so just chop the wire out of them. That was easy to get. Valasapina Street. There you go. These are the sockets that the tubes go into on a fluorescent light. So if you really want to do some micro scrapping, there's a bit of brass inside these things. Not a huge amount, but you know, like it does add up. Yeah, no, you can't burn the copper anymore up here. You won't. A lot of them won't even take it, or I think the majority of them won't take it. I've got a motorized wire stripper for the bigger stuff. You know, something like this, I just run through the stripper. This one's a little bit too distorted. I'll just cut this one with a knife. But bigger chunks like that, you just run them through a stripper. That's how you get the most value for it. Okay, John, take care. Make your wife something nice for breakfast. I'm sure you will. Thanks for dropping by, my friend. Always a pleasure watching your stuff, too. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to breathe some toxic smoke, just get a big pile of this burning there. It's it's pretty nasty. Thanks, John. Take care. Well, I got the whiskey stash close by. There's always at least one or two bottles in here. Bottles. So that's a nice single malt. Might have to have a shot of that. Oh, I got a whole bunch of them. Actually, I just picked another one up yesterday. Actually, I'm just going to swing you around for a sec. So these are fire bricks. This is the making of a propane forge. Oops. The gimbal's loose, have to tighten it up. Yeah, so that's the next project. Gonna make a propane forge out of that stuff. Yeah, actually, they're quite hard to find. I haven't brought that other one in. It's in my garage still, but it's 91 pounder. That's the, that's the first one I bought in about 4 years. It's another Peter Wright anvil. That big guy there's a Peter Wright too, but you don't run across them that often. So anytime I see them, I get them if I can. So the reason I got this last one, the guy was a farrier, and I guess he got out of horseshoeing. So he didn't have the anvil listed, but he had his horseshoeing tools he was trying to sell. Yeah, just beat it. But anyways, so he's advertising these horseshoeing tools. So, typically a farrier has an anvil. So sure enough, checked his ad out, and he did have that small anvil. So I got it off him. Didn't take anything out. He had some tongs and stuff. He had a little small propane forge too. He wanted to sell me that, but I'd rather make my own. I'd rather fail where others succeed. So that's how I operate. But yeah, if you get it for a reasonable price, I mean, you can't go wrong. The ones I've got have just gone up in value over the years. Not like I'd sell any of them though. I shouldn't have messed with this stupid camera here. Another customer. You gotta hate that, models. Are you running a 24-hour shop there? Yeah, actually that, excuse me, that one is anvil number 7. So I still got a little bit of ways to go. My buddy told me if you've got more than 10 anvils, you have a problem. So obviously I don't have a problem. Only got 7. Actually, you can see I got two more right there. They're everywhere. I had to resurrect my laptop from the basement. I was trying to use this laptop on the weekend, but that's the only one I had. And I did an upgrade on it from, 10. Yeah, a little bit much. So yeah, that one came with Windows 7, so I upgraded it to Windows 10. Worst thing you can ever do. Upgrade equals nothing works. So that's some kind of a driver conflict between StreamYard and YouTube. I spent hours trying to figure it out. Couldn't do it. The biggest one I got, Mike, is I'll swing the camera again. So that one there, that's the one I just made the wooden stand for. That one's 350 pounds. That's the smallest one. It's about 50 pounds, I think. Yeah, 3 times 28. What is that? 24. Yeah, 80 pounds. Yeah, I think it's about 50 or 60 pounds. Yeah, those bigger ones are really hard to find. That's the only one I ever came across that size. So bought that one off a guy down at the coast there. That one I've had for about 6 years. It was actually in the garage. I just dragged it out back here 2 or 3 weeks ago and built that wood stand for it. Yeah, my buddy actually picked this latest one up for me. It's a town a couple of hours north from here, and he lives close to it. So he transferred the guy the money there, and then Boris went and picked it up for me. So he goes to pick it up there, and he says, "Oh, your buddy Jerry, is he a blacksmith?" And no. Oh, is he a farrier? No. So the guy had a very puzzled look on his face there when Boris told him I was an anvil collector. So. Hey, how you doing? Howie's another islander, food, forest, permaculture. Yeah, nobody wants a new anvil, Mike. You got to let it age like, 80, 100 years. Actually, the new ones are really expensive. Like a new 300 or 400 pound anvil is probably, I don't know, $2,500, $3,000, something like that. Hey, Jay Real, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, all the casinos are closed up here, Jay Real. So been closed for I want to say 2 months now. It's been a blessing in disguise. Casinos are closed. The bars are closed. Very few avenues for them to relieve me of my money now. And it's so bad I have to watch some old slot videos. Saving, that's right, saving money. I don't know when they're going to reopen here. I think another 2 weeks, I want to say, but I'm not sure. But they won't have all the machines going. They're probably not going to have the machines going. They'll probably have the half of them covered. So I know the casino south of me, the town where I work there, they were on strike last year for about 3 or 4 months, and now this year they're down for whatever it's been, 2 or 3 months. So I'm not even sure that one's going to reopen. Uh-oh. Trying to find my X-Acto knife here. Oh, there's my other pair of gloves. Perfect. Yeah, my X-Acto knife has gone somewhere. That's why I always like to put stuff back right away. But that's going to be a catastrophe. I won't be able to sleep until I find that knife now. Dang it. Oh, well. I want to take the insulation off this, but I need that knife. Yeah, you should come up, Jay Real. Actually, a good time to come up. Your money will go a lot further. So as soon as you cross the border, you got like 40% more money to spend. I gotta find that knife. Yeah, this isn't the right one, but it's dull too, so you know what happens with a dull knife. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right, Howie. The border is closed. Yeah, there's no talk when they're going to open that. They're talking maybe the end of June before they open the border up. Look at that beautiful copper. Yeah, walleye's as good as it gets. Right where I'm at here, where there's a lot of good fishing, but unfortunately, walleyes. There's no walleye close to where I'm at, but over in the Kootenays, about I want to say about a 5-hour drive from where I'm at right now. There's some decent walleye fishing there. Then actually in Grand Forks, it's right on the border. The Kettle River goes down into the States, and there's some walleye in there too. Not as many though. But yeah, I love those. You deep fry them, the meat is so nice and white, flaky. Yeah. Yeah, I really feel for those people in those neighborhoods where the people thought it was necessary to burn down their neighborhoods. Yeah, I think it does, Howie. You know, it goes down into Washington State, and then it probably does get into Idaho somehow. But it's part of the Columbia River system too, so it ends up in the Columbia there at some stage of the game. Oh yeah, copper. Had to go through that in the copper bucket right away before it got misplaced. Yeah, I hate misplacing tools. It just drives me crazy. That's why I try and keep in the habit of putting stuff back right away. But like I say, that razor knife is the exception right now. Oh, cool. What does he do there in Grand Forks, Howie? It's my wife's family's from Grand Forks. Her mom lives there, and 2 of her brothers. Yeah, I'd say where you're at, J Real, was probably northern Ontario or something like that, where you were fishing at. Oh yeah, Rock Quarry. I think that's on the way out of town. But it's the place I'm thinking of. You drive right through Grand Forks, and then you're heading towards Christina Lake, and then on the left-hand side, they've got a rock quarry where they've been digging the rocks out. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they're having some flooding over there right now. I think it's gone down a bit, but earlier in the week there, they had a evacuation notice for a bunch of houses over there. They really got hit. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. They had some real bad flooding. Yeah, the 80s were pretty good, J-Real. 70s were the best. That's my favorite decade, the 70s. But what I remember of it anyways. Yeah, that quarry's been there for a while. I'm trying to think. Shoot. It's probably been there 15 years or so I can remember. It's actually gotten a lot bigger too. I haven't been over there lately, but last time I was there, it got quite a bit bigger. Not sure what they get out of that quarry. I think it's some kind of a white rock, like some kind of decorative rock or something like that, landscape rock. Oh yeah, I got you beat by a few years there, J Real. Couple of decades. Yeah, I was born in 1955. Seems, not that long ago. I don't know about this Pacific Schwarzbach. It's not bad. I like dark beers, but this one's got kind of a sour taste to it. It's the hops they use in it. Some guy out there with a diesel truck. Nobody I know. Nobody coming to visit me. Hey, our kid, how you doing, buddy? It's beer. You got that right. It's beer. It's cold. Hey, thanks for dropping in, our kid. Actually, our kid is from the UK too, so it's let's see, 12, 6. It's about 6 o'clock over there now. So you getting ready to go to work or something, our kid? Is that why you're up this early? Much better than water. Dare I say holy water? Actually, this is the holy water, Howie. 12-year-old Scotch. Waiting for a mouse. See you, Howie. Take care, my friend. It's not that mouse that Ian Matthews had in his shed, is it? Maybe it migrated from his place to your place. Not sure how far apart you guys live, but the whole country's not that big. Ah, yes. Well, I hope you didn't build one of those goofy traps like Ian did. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. So what part of the country are you in, our kid? I believe Ian's in Lancashire. Not from Tadcaster, are you, Lee? Somebody was from Tadcaster there, and this is John Smith's Bitter. John Smith's Brewery, Tadcaster. Forget who the heck that was, but anyways, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that name, and I grab my tray. Yeah, I always find peanut butter works good with mice. They can't seem to resist that. Oh yeah, near London. Yeah, London is such a huge city, you know. Now, is anybody a collector in here? I prefer to call myself a collector. People say I'm a hoarder, but I prefer collector. Yeah, my wife doesn't like peanut butter. Now this is the, how good you can see that. This is the Budweiser beer cart. There's all the Budweiser barrels in the back. Here's the little guy that sits on there. And then here's his trusty Budweiser dog sits beside him. So this is all cast iron, so that's why it's kind of neat. Just trying to figure out some place to put it, but yeah, a guy that had a liquor store gave me this here about a month ago or something like that. You know, absolutely the last thing I needed, but I thought it was kind of neat. But like I say, it's part of like it's all these are all cast iron, so. Yeah, like I say, I have to find some place to put that. Somewhere. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of neat. There's all kinds of junk in here and there. Just depends where you look. If you look closely, you just never know what you're going to find. This is something you should collect, Mike. These are these Eagle 66 oil cans. These brass oil cans. These are really cool. Got a few of those, various places. This one I actually use. It's full of oil. This has got a little spout on where you've got those ball bearing oil fittings. So you just press the spout against it and it depresses the ball bearing there and give whatever a shot of oil. Yeah, they're cool. I love those. Yeah, I got a few home defense weapons too. I haven't found a home for this guy yet. This is Players Tobacco, Players Cigarettes. When the championship auto racing teams were in business, they used to come to Vancouver every year, and Players used to sponsor 2 or 3 cars. Yeah, it was kind of cool. They were usually Canadian drivers they sponsored, so gotta find a spot for this guy too. Yeah, it's pretty neat, J-Reel. That's I've never seen one like that before. So the guy I got that off of, he got it from a friend of his that actually worked for, I think it's Imperial Tobacco owns Players or did. So he was actually a salesman for them. So he gave those out to stores and places that sold cigarettes back. Like here, you can't advertise anymore. Any cigarette advertising is forbidden. If you go in the store now, they've got all the cigarettes behind like a roll-up shutter thing. Yeah, an oil can. Any other new additions? I've got to bring the stuff home stealthily there. So, you don't want to show up with a bunch of stuff one day. A lot of questions get asked. So it's better if it comes home in small amounts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the story behind this stuff is good. So currently at our shop where I work, I've got a surface grinder languishing there. Mike probably knows what the surface grinder is, but long story short, the thing weighs about 2,000 pounds. So my little shop is in the very back of our yard. So I'm going to have to get a crane to lift it in off the road and drop it onto the doorstep out there. But I have to do that when nobody else is home. So that surface grinder, they had it at a place we do work at. So I've been bugging the guy for about 5 years to sell it to me. So he pulled me up out of the blue and said, hey, yeah, come up and pick it up. So, he gave me a really good deal on it. It's, was it a Jones and Shipley or something like that? So I got it for like, a third of what it's worth. So, well, that's the unanswered question, J-Reel. What am I going to grind with it? But, like take something like this, these real smooth edges, I have to use a surface grinder to get that real super smooth edge on it. So, if I get the forge built, I can always make some knives, grind the knives with them. A lot of knife makers use them. It's got a magnetic table, so just lay the knife on there, and then you run it across both sides to true up the blade. Maybe you can see that one better, but like I say, that's been surface ground. I think that one I've got it, I'm going to say 3,600 RPM. Then you take like a very, very, very light grind each time there, and that's how you get that nice smooth finish. Yeah, exactly. Anything true or flat. Even after you mill something, there's still, slight imperfections in it. So you just put it on the surface grinder, and then you got perfect surface. Yeah, it's one place to store your chisels there, Lee. Yeah, I got to get that grinder home somehow, though, Mike. If that doesn't go well, I might be living here in the shed soon. So we'll see. Problem is, it was only supposed to weigh about 1,700 pounds. So I got my buddy with a car trailer to bring it down to the shop for me. So as soon as we put the thing on his trailer there, the back end of his truck came up. So yeah, skid steer would be perfect. But where I can't, if I drive it across the lawn, everything's going to wreck the lawn. So when I had my lathe delivered, that's what I did. I just had a guy with a crane truck, and he just parked it right out on the road here, boomed it up, dropped it right down. I just brought it inside with a pallet jack. It was effortless. Yeah. Yeah, J Real, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know exactly either when I'm going to be grinding with it. But like I say, the guy just phoned me up on the blue, said, yeah, we're not using it anymore. Come pick it up. So didn't really have a choice. But they didn't use it very much either. It's actually this place where I got it from, they make wood stoves. So what they used to use it for was they had metal shears, and then they used the grinder to well, I don't want to say sharpen, but to refinish the cutting edges on the shears. So then they've gone to a different process now. So they just pushed the surface grinder off into the corner. They hadn't been using it. So plus I got to stay on his good side too, because there's all kinds of metal drops and stuff they give me. So, hey, Estonian Scrapper, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Snobby, buddy. Oh, you're up early too, Snobby. It's about 5 o'clock there now, Snobby, right? I'm sure they will, Mo. Just keep waiting. Somebody in China will hear that you're looking for one, and they'll invent it for you. Yeah, actually, that wood stove place, they've gone to all laser cutting. Look at that. So this is like 1/4-inch plate, and this has been laser cut. There's not even any kind of an edge on it. They don't have to knock down the edges with a sander or anything. Just does a perfect job. So what's new over in Estonia there, Estonian Scrapper? I'm trying to think what time it would be there. Probably about 8 o'clock over there. Oh, you just got home from work. Hey, Kuntz, how you doing, buddy? It's my buddy Kuntz. So you still got the whole fleet there, Kuntz, or did you get rid of one or two? Yeah, Kuntz is up late. I was thinking the same thing, Mo. It must be about midnight where he's at. 11 o'clock for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kuntz has got a whole fleet of white vehicles now. Yes, I love my tools too, J Real. Yeah, that's why I got to retire pretty soon, so I can just I'll just come out here in the morning with my coffee, and I'll start the day with a big piece of metal, and by the end of the day, it'll be a small piece of metal, and I'll be happy. Oh, that's cool, Estonian Scrapper. So yeah, a lot of respect for that. What kind of charity do you give the money to? Yeah, I don't know if you can. So that's the pierce right there. So the width of the cut's like 1/16 of an inch, something like that. Yeah, you got a laser cutter at your farm shop there, right, Mike? Hey, Hupples, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, sorry, Hupples, I forgot about that drinking video thing you were going to do last Friday or the Friday before. I got home and started drinking and forgot all about it. So. And I saw somebody else had posted some videos. And shoot, that's right. Yeah. Hey, Arkid, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Good seeing you. I'll hopefully see you Saturday morning there on Rafael's stream. Yeah, I'm doing not too bad, Hupples. Fighting allergies, really, whatever reason. Well, it's a bad year for lots of reasons, but it's a bad year for allergies. So I've really been suffering here the last 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, that's a great charity, Estonian Scrapper. Yeah. Yeah, I love animals, so always try and, anything I can do for the local animal shelters and stuff too. No, that's great. Oh, handheld. You're asking for a bit more there, Will. So you just getting off work, Hupples, or are you going to work soon? Yeah, Hupples is I guess you're actually an emergency nurse, but you're more of an administrator these days. Yeah, I drank all the beer, Hupples, but I got a little bit of single malt going, 12-year-old single malt. Holy mackerel, halfway through your shift. Oh, right on. So who's the boss? You or Kitty then at work there? Should get that straight. She's in charge of the ICU. Does she push you around, or you still her boss? Attaboy, Hupples. Assert dominance. Yeah, that exploding rock could be a factor, all right, Mike. Actually, a water jet. That might be a better way to cut it. Yeah, you rule the corridors, Hupples. Yeah, our hospitals are starting to get back to normal here, Hupples. I think it was June 1st they started doing all the regular surgeries and everything again. So, but I mean, it's such a huge backlog now. I mean, it was bad before they shut all the elective surgeries down, but yeah, water jet's pretty cool. They use those to cut like granite countertops and that type of stuff. So I know it works on stone. Yeah, it's a huge backlog. Yeah, a friend of mine's waiting to go in. He had a knee replacement there a few years ago, but what's happened? They use some kind of a glue, I guess, to hold the parts in there. So now the glue is starting to come apart. So he's got to go in and have it redone. So he was scheduled for April, but So now the doctor that was going to do his knee is retired, and they referred him to another doctor, and now that guy's retired. So it's kind of in limbo right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just whatever kind of glue they use there apples. So for whatever reason, it's starting to degrade. Doesn't sound very pleasant, but I'd never heard of that before, but I thought they just used all screws and stuff like that. I didn't realize there was any glue involved. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to stick your hand under that thing, Mike. Probably lose a few fingers, I'm thinking. Yeah, you have a good evening there, Jay Real. It was really good seeing you again. Hope to catch up to you on the next one. Keep saving your money up. No, on call. Yeah, I that sucks. Yeah, another life. I used to be on call ambulance attendant there. You can't do much. You got to be able to take off on a moment's notice. So. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So here, Hubble's, we don't even have one COVID patient per hospital. I think I haven't checked lately, but I think we were down to something like 80 hospitalized cases in the whole province. So we've got 100 hospitals, give or take. So there wasn't even enough patients to go around. Yeah, I've got no doubt either, Mo. Somebody will invent something just for you. Oh yeah, 2025 per hospital. How many hospitals in Ontario? There must be, if we've got 100 here, shoot, you must have like 300 at least. Yeah. Okay, apples, don't work too hard. Don't let Kitty push you around. You're the boss. Yes, we have faith, Mo. You got to have faith. And power tools. Oh, it's still fairly early, Mo. It's 9:30 here. We're on Pacific Standard Time. So I think the only place in the world that's earlier than this is probably Hawaii or something like that. So you being in Missouri, I think we're 2 hours behind you, something like that. 3 hours. Yes. Actually, what kind of stone are you trying to carve? Like soapstone or something? Actually, one of these cordless grinders with an abrasive flapper disc type thing, that would probably work good. Yeah, it's still early. Alaska, yeah, maybe. Not sure. Don't really know anybody in Alaska, so yeah, they might be an hour behind us. Wouldn't be any more than an hour, though. Oh, marble. Yeah, marble would be tough. Alabaster, I'm not sure how hard that is, but yeah, limestone would be reasonably easy to carve, I would think. I don't know if you've ever seen the natives in the Arctic, the Inuit. What is that stuff they use? I guess it's soapstone. Soapstone, yeah. They do some pretty intricate carvings with soapstone and very rudimentary tools too. So yeah, ooh, right on. Makita grinders. Yeah, I got a few of those lurking here too. Yeah, I can just see it though. I'd be leery of I know how that would go. You got your chisel and you just that last little, then the whole thing crumbles. I can see that. Oh yeah, that's right too. Yeah, Faith in the Fallen. Yeah, that's right. There in Alaska. Yeah, I forgot about that. Supper. Yeah, it's got to be still like 8:30 up there. Like I can't see them being any more than an hour. Yeah, it sounds up pretty nice. I think up though in Alaska though, it's it's probably still really light out there right now, so maybe that's why. Yeah. I think it would take me a lot of sculptures to find that certain way, Mo. Hey, Dismental 6, how you doing? Okay, Snobby, take care. You have a nice day. Just starting your day over there, so you and Dusty have a great day. And I'll be looking forward to the videos there, Snobby. It'll be really hard to explain to me, Mo. Trust me. Well, it's 9:30, guys. I think I gotta get to bed there. Unfortunately, I have to go to work, so I gotta get up at what time I gotta get up? 5 o'clock. So I hope everybody has a great Friday, and I'll be looking for you guys on the interwebs tomorrow evening or Saturday. So like I say, I hope everybody has a great Friday and have a great weekend. I will talk to you all later.